This other one is a bit more interesting competitively.
Is it?
Exeter Northampton. I think it's a bit more interesting. I think it has a bit more kind of stuff on the line in terms of
Naira Voro on the ball.
this is it.
The
I
only
want to
hope.
see Bigger have a decent game for Northampton.
He's just going to be throwing the ball to Naira Voro.
Indeed, yeah. And who else is it? Reinach is the. It's an interesting.
Thomas Reinach, yeah.
It's a mad little halfback pairing that only.
It's a good
exists.
halfback
Yeah,
pairing.
exactly. Yeah, it's just
Reinach is class.
No, he
Reinach
is.
should go with the Springboks.
You should. You won't, but he should.
Yeah, well, so says the Northampton coach anyway. But he should. He might.
Yeah,
Hopefully
he's
he
playing
will.
brilliantly. Yeah. Northampton have been resurgent this year and back in it, and Exeter, to be fair, they did score a few tries at the weekend, which was
They did, but that's the thing, is that they break teams, and they broke Northampton, and like Northampton are going to come back at them. I know it is in Northampton's legacy to do that, where they lose by a massive score to a team and then beat them.
Yeah,
like they do that all the time. I remember against Biarritz way back in the day when Biarritz got 30 points maximum that you can get in your pool in Champions Cup, and Northampton got through in second place with 20 because they maxed out against every other team but got curbed the two times they played Biarritz. Drew Biarritz and San Sebastian and only went and won the game.
There you go.
A few years
they did
back
against
again,
Leinster.
they did against Leinster. They did against Munster. No, Ulster was the other one when they shipped a massive defeat one week and then came back and won the next.
Yeah. So there's precedent for that in the club.
Yeah, but there's that little history there, but the game against Exeter at the weekend was kind of telling that Northampton were going for it. They didn't know that they needed to they didn't know whether or not they were going to need to win. So they were going for it, and they were toe to toe with Exeter. They got some plays off in that first half. They definitely have some tries in them, but as with just about every Premiership team seemingly, save Gloucester and Saracens, they can't live with Exeter and their physicality, and at about 60 minutes it just tells, and Exeter run away with it, and that's just a constant picture that has been cemented time after time after time this season. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again, obviously. Just because something's happening doesn't mean it's going to keep happening. But
finals footy as well, semi-final footy, if you're talking the Exeter Munster comparison that has been this season. I suppose it's their draw that has kind of cemented that in my brain, as like they are two sides of the same coin, really, aren't they? They just play a very similar game, both of them. I think Exeter,
that was the ugliest game of the season.
It was, yeah. But Exeter have a little more in terms of moving the ball somewhat, I think, than Munster, even in terms of endeavour.
They certainly have more shape to them, but so when the going gets tough, they don't resort to it at all.
True, and they don't tend to create too many chances. No. They just pick and drive and try and wear you out attritionally. So they don't actually try and create that killer moment as often. They just try and make it all about those little micro moments that add up and eventually.
That's why discipline is so key. Like Northampton gave away a lot of penalties last week. It's got to be they gotta be really, and Northampton are not a disciplined team.
They're not. They never.
Their set piece isn't great. I mean, they're maybe going to get Hartley back. We don't know yet, and that Hartley coming back might shore up the scrum a little bit. Maybe his line out thrown will be good, but
then he could
be a red card. Give away a red card. And that's the key. Like when Northampton start giving away penalties, they just compound their own mistakes. And then when Exeter get some territory and they get their penalties, and
when Exeter are playing a team who are giving away penalties and compounding their mistakes, that's where they're at their most comfortable. It's a game plan refined over seasons for success in the Premiership, seemingly, because it's exactly the right way to play. A lot of Premiership sides is just tighten up, be disciplined, be focused, control the ball, be physical, and wait for them to give away penalties and give away tries. And sure enough, that tends to happen, and it's only when they reach the stumbling block of the higher quality of Europe that is revealed for the limited game plan it is. But I don't know. The point I'm kind of broadly circling back to is like looking at Munster when they came across Leinster in their semi-final, or when they came across Sarries, and just not having enough to answer and not having enough to move on. There's possibilities of Exeter being found out in a similar way, but the question is are Northampton that kind of team?
That's the point. No. The two words that where your comparison falls short is that you're two, like it was Leinster and Sarries. Those are the two best teams in Europe.
Yeah.
So Northampton aren't that.
No.
And what's telling is that they don't. I don't know if their pack will stand up to it. Maybe it would be incredible if they did, but for the most part, it seems unlikely that they're going to be able to stop Exeter from doing what they're doing. But you've seen stranger things. Getting Naira Voro on that ball, that big man.
Yeah.
I can't quite say his name with the same animation that the Aussie commentators, the Fox Sports he used to say when he was a Tasman.
Yes,
but he's all class and a game breaker and a touch of the Nadolo about him, in the sense that you just give the ball to him and have him make something happen.
Yeah, indeed.
Even off scrappy ball, he can make something happen.
This is it. Yeah, you don't need to be creative when you just have a guy like that.
Yeah,
just hand them the pill and they'll make something happen. But yeah, two class little games, and I'm expecting it to be a Sarries Exeter final again. And,
I agree with you that this is the more likely upset.
Yes, I would think. Even though I rate Gloucester as probably a better team than...
Yeah, but Saracens, the difference between Saracens and everyone else
is so vast.
Yeah,
that
Saracens are
it's such a big
kind of unbeatable right now.
Yeah, particularly if you're going to Allianz Park.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, it's less of a factor with Saracens. They travel so well.
No, it's not even the home,
not having home advantage.
Well, it's partly that, but I think the pitch as well suits their style of play a lot. Their attacking kicks pay dividends on that pitch and stuff, and it's just very hard to contain.
Yeah, they're very comfortable there.
Yeah, like even when Glasgow played them on it, and like the first thing that happened is Glasgow score a try, and that's like, we're going, oh my god, Glasgow could hear, and then the next thing that happens is Sarri score one. Yeah, and you're just going,
and Gloucester probably aren't even at the level of Glasgow. Right? I'd back Glasgow to do Gloucester home or away
probably
right now. Yeah. So certainly you would expect Saracens to get that done, and that's the last game. But Exeter in this game. Probably Exeter. Although I must confess, when I've been watching full Premiership games, I've been watching a lot of Gloucester and a lot of Saracens, and when I have seen Exeter, I've been painfully frustrated by their play, but I haven't watched them nearly as much. No, so there's always that question mark when I don't have as much data to go off. These two teams.
Yeah, it's the same as true. I just haven't been watching as much. To be honest, we've been watching mostly that highlights package that BT Sport put together of the Premiership. Tends to be a good way to
it's just this little 20-minute highlights almost of each game.
Games,
that's great, but I have, when I've been watching them live, tried to get like one a week, and it's been Gloucester and Sarries for the most part. I'm glad to say that I watched that try of the year that they scored against Leicester. I watched that live. You missed that one, but I watched that live, and that was just such a fantastic moment. It was like totally around Christmas, had a real Larmour from last year burst onto the scene. But unfortunately he didn't get embraced by the England team the same way Larmour did by the Irish.
No,
he should go to the World Cup because he's super. Super.
It's a good. It's true. But ask Christian Wade about their precedent with wingers.
Christian Wade would be like, come to the NFL, bro.
Yeah, he would. No, it's going great over here. That's I'm pretty much done on that. Do you have anything else? I'm thinking.
Well, no.
I'm thinking Sarries Exeter.
Sarries Exeter probably.
Probably then Sarries for the double.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the final next week.
We'll talk about that next week, and we'll see what kind of teams we see, what kind of pictures are presented, who looks the more.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to both games. I'm delighted. I'm going to get to sit down now on Saturday afternoon, not working, not doing nothing. I'm going to be sitting down watching those two semi-finals.
Who's going to be the team that's going to try and make the biggest statement? Because semi-finals are a time for making big statements with intent, and who's going to be the team to do that? Could be Northampton. They have a chance. They've managed to make it this far, but it does seem to be up against.
They have a big winger who they can give the ball to.
This is it. Well, it's like the league table doesn't lie in that regard, and it's like they're bottom of the pecking order, aren't they?
They were just about got in over Quins, who I kind of liked as well. I'm kind of sad that Marcus Smith doesn't get a go.
True,
but even
Marcus Smith has been a revelation this year as well. Great season.
One for the future.
Yeah, for sure.
For the future.
Yeah. So it's been a great season for Premiership rugby.
I've enjoyed it. 100%.
It's unfortunate that Newcastle are the ones that have to make way.
Yeah, as a team, they haven't quite been there. And the Premiership powers that be definitely wanted to be Worcester.
I know. Yeah.
Newcastle are too damn valuable. It's a great city. They go to James's Park and damn near fill it sometimes.
Yeah.
They're too damn valuable to be ring-fenced into the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. They need to get that pocket in the Premiership. It's all about the fan base, and we need a resurgent Leicester next year. Has to be a thing. Really, can't be having 2 years.
Well, we'll talk about the latest in that saga in the other news segment with Jordan Murphy and the rest. But I mean, I just as much as you want to see it happen, you just an absolute basket case. They need someone to come in. And the problem with fixing anything at this point in the World Cup cycle is that you do need to wait till after the World Cup to get your hands on proper good coaches.
Indeed, yeah. So it's be signing contracts stipulating that it's like we'll sign you, but you're not here for the pre-season or the first few months of the season.
Literally, you come back from the World Cup 2 weeks later, first Champions Cup game.
Yeah.
So there's no chance to implement anything
at all. You're just going there with whatever you got.
Yeah.
then washing your hands of it after the 40-point loss. Well, they're not in Europe next year though.
They're in the Challenge Cup. It's not, but the Challenge Cup.
They're 10. Sure.
Okay. Everyone gets in.
Okay.
The promoted side, I think, will be in.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for it. But that is a digression. We'll talk about it later in the other news segment.
Thanks for watching the Overlap Rugby podcast. If you enjoyed that video, please like down below and subscribe for more videos. And please enter the comments section to join our conversation. Thanks.